Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Tuesday Mardi Gras Day edition of Morning Scone, presented by Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parish Construction Roofing. Need Northeast? Go to Brock, need a roof, call Parish. Unique physique, unique aesthetics and wellness, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. Bootcock Brothers, premium cigars. Use the code MAT15, MAT15. Matt15, 15% off your order. Okay, what's up, y'all? Good morning, good morning, good morning. A couple things on the docket here. Tiger baseball got a win. They beat Kent State last night out at the box. Nice outing. Jake Brown, 2 home runs. Turns out he's pretty good at baseball. Mason Braun hit a homer. Zach York homered. Stole a base as well. And pitching, I mean, Newt, except for the gigantic 3-run homer. I mean, look, and then Primo walked 2 and gave up the bases clear and triple. So, but Gavin Guidry was awesome. Devin Sheeran was good again. So, again, you're starting to get a look at who you can see in what roles and who's emerging. Great to see Guidry have back-to-back really strong outings. Same with Sheeran. Fontenot got hit yesterday. But Guidry slammed the door, which is great. So, all things considered, good day, off and running. And Jake Olsen staying at LSU. So, one of the reasons you listen to Locked on LSU is because told you after that report that, and if you read those reports closely, it was not done, not announced formally, and that I was told they were still negotiating. And clearly, Olsen wasn't compelling enough to get him to leave Baton Rouge, which is great. So you maintain then your entire defensive staff except for Kyle Williams. So, and you brought in Sterling Lucas there. That's a good thing, man. The first year with Olsen, safety play was very poor. I don't necessarily lay that at his feet. I think you could look at the difference in 24 and 25 with what happened when you gave him a more talented room and what happened when you had AJ Halsey and DeMarcus Cooley and sophomore Deshaun Spears back there. It was different than Sage Ryan, Jordan Gilbert, Major Burns, who are veteran players, but all three who didn't have great seasons. So anyway, good things there. All right, so please smash the like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. Let's see. We will get to your questions, comments, etc. Not that we do a super long show today. We do have painters coming to the house as well, so I may have to hop up here in a minute when they arrive to let them in. So, but anyway, let's say some good mornings. Get rolling here. Let's see. Morning, Matt, Eric, and Drew. Happy Mardi Gras. Tigers did well. Win 4 games in a row. Great news on Olsen. Yep. So Tigers baseball will take the day off today, and then they'll be back at it Wednesday at home against Nichols. Then they'll travel Thursday and play Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So part of 8 games in 10 days. No easing into this season. Hey, Jacob. Sean, good morning. Happy Mardi Gras. Thomas, good morning. Phil, happy Mardi Gras. Good morning. Hey, Mike, good morning. Happy Mardi Gras to everybody. Olsen staying's a huge plus. I agree. I think, it would have been interesting to see what Lane would have done had he left. Would you have promoted Corey Raymond to just be the DB's coach and then had Chris Kiffin been your 10th full-time assistant? He's already got the co-DC title. So really the only difference really is that the 10 full-time assistants are the ones that can recruit off campus. That's really the only difference now, because every analyst or whatever can coach on the field. So you got all these different titles. You don't really see analyst title anymore for the on-field coaches. But But I think it's a great thing to maintain that continuity. I do. And especially because Baker and Olsen have been together now. I mean, Olsen was a GA, or I'm sorry, was an analyst in 21 when Baker was the linebackers coach. And so when Baker wasn't retained, he got the DC job in Missouri and hired Olsen there as his linebackers coach. So, yeah, I mean, and then when Baker came back here, he brought Olsen with him. So almost just like having Baker's cosign is a really important validating piece. One Matt, greatest thing of the game was York stealing a base. He did, man. Got himself a nice lead, little dirt ball, took off. Gotta love that. Crowd loved it. Hey, Leon, good morning. Happy Mardi Gras. Brian, good morning. Jake Brown is the dude. Yep. Almost like someone was spending all last year telling y'all that. Day 63, let's go. Gavin's fastball's up to 93. I would agree with you. Like, now, here's one thing I would want to say. If he can maintain that velocity, I do think one of the reasons we aren't necessarily seeing him extend is because of that. I don't think I've seen him twice, right? The same as you. But in talking to a lot of folks who had seen a lot of the preseason scrimmages and the workouts and everything, he was good in short stints. And that may be part now. Maybe it's just building up stamina in the arm again, right? But 2 outings for Gavin have been pretty convincing, Let's see, Tiger Poppy, good morning. Listen to Big Ben call the game. He said he asked York what nickname he prefers. York said his teammates call him Big Papa. I mentioned that one on Friday. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Morning, hope it's a great day. Thank you so much. Orpheus was really good. Thanks. We were at Orpheus last night on the balcony at Avenue Pub. Had a great time with the parish crew. So parade was great, and good night of fun and fellowship and family. So that's great to see, man. It was great to be there. Parade was a lot of fun, and so great opportunity there. Morning, Matt. Browns go for 20-plus homers. Good. I mean, at this pace. I don't think he'll keep up this pace, but good. Kidrew's 92-93 consistently. Going to Crawfish Bowl with some friends today. First one of the season. Let's go. Enjoy that one. Hey, Kelly, good morning. Henry, good morning, Matt. Kind of crazy. Demario Davis has played 14 years, has 4 interceptions. Some players get 3 or 4 a year. Ball bounces the right way. But he also plays linebacker. I mean, it'd be different if you're talking about like a defensive back. But that's not as surprising for a linebacker, especially plays the way he does as an off-the-ball linebacker, an inside backer. How much does deal with Woodside Energy help LSU sports? Yeah, Brian. So my Locked on LSU podcast is live. The one I recorded last night when I got home from Orpheus. I recorded it like midnight. So I would greatly appreciate it if y'all would go get that one and listen or watch, especially because I did it at midnight. But it's massively consequential. They did not disclose the terms of the deal, but and I have not seen the contract. I am comfortable saying that it's a multi-year deal and it's an 8-figure deal. So that's still a big range, right? Is it 10 million? Is it 90 million? I don't know, but it's a big range. But I mean, and you can honestly look at some of the estimates for what those things are worth. Like I think Sports Business Journal, some have done some estimates, so kind of give you a range of where it probably lands. But I know I mean, here's like this is the thing I kind of waver back and forth. Like, do I want to handle people with kid gloves with this one, or do I want to kind of be in your face? I guess maybe it's just my personality. I've kind of chosen to be in people's face about it. But you expect a lot of the coaches, and you expect to win. Well, it's always been true that you need money to win. It's why you have the haves and the have-nots. And it used to be you're paying for facilities and coaches and stuff like that, travel budget, recruiting budget, and it all changed, evolved. Well, now you have to pay for your roster as well. And with revenue share, you in an instant added a $20 million line item to your budget every year. That's only going to go up. So the only way you can afford that is you either cut expenses or find new revenue. And LSU has done a brilliant job of finding new revenue. So, you know, the and I just people say, "Oh, I don't have to like it." The thing that I would strongly encourage you to do is go watch or listen to the interview I did with Sarah Bairstow, who's the president of Louisiana LNG for Woodside Energy. And I mentioned this on the podcast, but like they are super committed to Woodside Energy is super committed to this not just being a logo slap. They wanted they actually wanted to be a partner, and they took great degrees of care and responsibility to go through this process and explain. She explains all this in that interview. And even one other thing I could tell you is I recorded that interview with Sarah last Tuesday, a week ago today, and she lives in Houston. She flew here just to do that interview. Like she flew here, did the interview, swung by LSU to say hello to some of the people there, and then flew home. Like it's she she came here just to do that because she thought it was important. And the whole Woodside team thought it was important to have a platform like that to talk about the partnership, why it's so important to them. And she wanted to do it in person, not over the phone. Like they're they are taking great care of the the way she said it, the privilege they have to be the first of its kind jersey sponsor. So they changed their color. Like, I don't think that should be overlooked. I mean, their colors are red and white, and they're a great big international company, and they're changing their colors to purple, gold, and white for the patch. So that it looks better on the uniform. Um, that's not something they had to do, but they were willing to do because, you know, and she said she hopes that sets a precedent that other businesses will do the same thing. So I look at it like if you're an LSU fan and you want LSU to win, you shouldn't be negative about the jersey patch. You should be supremely thankful that Woodside Energy stepped up and did a first of its kind deal and is so invested in LSU. Um, and I can tell you, my interactions, there are wonderful people. I mean, I had a like legitimately wonderful experience spending time with uh, Sarah and Rob and Abby. And then we coordinated with Marja, who's in their office as well. She's someone to help coordinate all the schedules. Like they were wonderful to work with. Um, anyway, hang on. Just making sure. I may have to go open the garage or something like that. Hang on one second. I'm going to go open the garage. Hang on one second.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish built. Parish built. Parish built. From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
Okay. Sorry. Yes, crew is here. Thought I heard him pull in the driveway. So anyway, Parish Construction Roofing. Remember, if you need an orthopedist, go to Brock, need a roof, call Parish. $25,000 giveaway. Post that if you haven't registered. Remember, was cash. Boom, there it is. Okay. All right. Here we go. Mark, I'm part of the group now. I want to see the patches, but I also understand cash is king in business. Yeah, Mark, I mean, the thing I'll tell you too is like, if you're thinking you don't want to see patches, it's just because you think you're not supposed to see that. And I've given this example 1,000 times, but when Joe Burrow and LSU beat Clemson for the national championship game, you know what they had? A giant sponsored patch right there on their jersey. Did you seem to care any less about watching the national championship game because there was a sponsored patch there? Or an 07 or an 03, I mean, or any other bowl game LSU's been in? No, you don't actually care. You want your team to win. And same people that melted last year when Venture Global put their logo on the field. And you know what? People threw a fit and then they got over it. And no different than advertisements on the outfield fence at the box or anything else. So I will continue to say, be thankful that there are great businesses like Woodside Energy willing to do gigantic deals like that to be partnered with LSU, because those are the types of things that'll drive your athletic department forward. Hey, Tiger Diver, good morning. Corey, love Guidry being back on the mound. Love watching this mound. He is unafraid. Hey, Raymond, good morning. What's our nickname for York? Someone said Big Papa. I like Creole Bambino or Big York Energy. I think we've got some good ones. Hey, Richard, good morning. Scott, good morning. Antonio, as an Italian Aussie, I bleed purple and gold. The interview with Sarah was A+. And Oz River symbol, boxing Matilda, fighting kangaroo. It's now fitting. It's fitting to now go with Fighting Tigers. Love that. Love that. Love that. And thank you for watching the interview with Sarah. Again, listen, the interview with Sarah Barstow is everywhere. I'll get the YouTube link and share it if you're interested. It's posted in full on YouTube. It's everywhere. It's on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, like everywhere. But here, I'll post it. It's it runs, I think it's a little less than a half an hour, but I would I took some clips of it to use in today's Locked On episode. So if you want sort of that abbreviated version with my commentary, you can, but I would just highly recommend you find the time to watch that. Because what I think is going to come through is a greater understanding of how committed Woodside Energy is to being a partner and how committed they are to Louisiana. So I think another thing I saw yesterday that was a little surprising was people saying it was weird there was an Australian company. So Woodside Energy, they were founded in Australia, but they've done work all over the world. And they've actually done work in Louisiana for 20 years, offshore in oil and gas. So they're not new to these parts. And they just committed $17.5 billion into this LNG facility in Calcasieu Parish. Like, that's amazing. You know what I mean? Those are the types of things that create jobs and commerce and help our state's economy go and thrive. And it's like, you shouldn't push back against people bringing industry to our state. You should welcome them with open arms and be very grateful that they're here. Hey, Pat, good morning. A little blown away at the negative responses from the sponsorship. Thank you, Pat. I mean, I agree. Sanjay, what's your favorite sport to watch if you had to choose one? Oh, man. I mean, I think everyone has to say football, right? We're a football state and it's football. I do love watching baseball though, man. You know, I love putting the game on and not just LSU. I mean, I watch the Yankees when they start. And it's just such a big part of my year, my life, and my nightly routine. But yeah, football is just different, just different. Is Stanfield? Yes, hand injury. Injured his hand on Saturday. Hey, Brett. Good morning. Let's see. Thought Guidry looked sharp, dude. So Guidry didn't pitch Saturday. Guidry pitched Friday. He pitched in the opener Friday, and was awesome. He struck out 5 of the 6 outs he recorded were strikeouts, same as last night. So struck out the side in the 8th. I mean, Guidry looks awesome. Morning, Matt. Why is Guidry not a starter? Does he not have the stamina? I think that's a part of it right now. Is he's been better in short stints. So if he extends, will he be as effective? I think that's what they're trying to find. So, do you think Newt is better mid relief for 2 innings? Maybe. I mean, that could happen. I mean, I think the thing you have to keep in mind too is remember, like, when you get to the point in the season, the postseason, you get to the point of the season. When you get to the postseason, you're going to pare down your rotation. You're not going to need 4, 5, 6 starters. You're probably going to use 7 or 8 pitchers total. So you're trying to identify roles. So somebody's got to start, and Newt shown the ability to do it. There might be a time in tournament play where you need a 4th guy or something like that, or even if it's an opener, someone that gives you 2 or 3 innings to start the game. So I think in a perfect world, the 3 guys you threw this weekend throw awesome, and they're your rotation for the year. Is that realistic? I don't know. It seldom works out that way. Remember, Chase Shores was in the rotation at the beginning of the season last year. By the end of the year, they had moved him to the bullpen, and he was a dominant back of the bullpen arm. So Thatcher Hurd was a guy like that in 2023, whose role changed a bunch throughout that season. So, I think it's just you're still tasting, right? You're trying to see who fits best in what roles right now. Kevin, dude, you should never stop working. People say that a lot to me, or I'll get like, "Do you ever sleep?" And yeah, I do. I sleep plenty. It's just when I'm up, I'm rolling. But thank you, man. I'm here doing a lot of shows because y'all watch and listen. So thank you. Hey, Carrie, good morning. Chris, happy Mardi Gras. Ready for everyone to go home. Get out from my house. Hey, Club, good morning. You were always telling us about Jake Brown, but Twinkle Toes is quietly awesome, and Guidry looks so smooth. Brown does kind of walk on his toes. Look, the thing about Brown is, and I'm intentionally trying not to be so overt about his hot start, to do the whole "told you so" thing or whatever, because I don't need to. But the thing is obvious is Jake Brown is a 5-tool guy. Like, he's a big leaguer. You can see it. He's 6'2", 205. He hits for average. He hits for power from the left side. He's fast. He's got a great arm. He's the best athlete on the team. So you're talking about a guy that it just makes a lot of sense that he's an everyday player. But I get it. Last year you had Josh Pearson, and Jay had Josh Pearson in a role, and guys like that have been a key cornerstone of this program for a long time. And Pearson was great for LSU for a long time. So All right. Do a few more, y'all. Matt, you're right about Brown. Jay should, no, Jay should not always listen to me. And the thing with Jay is like he knew Josh Pearson had a role in the team. And they won 2 championships with Josh Pearson. And I don't mean this, but it's just you look at a guy like Jake Brown and you're like, how is that guy not in the everyday lineup? Because anyway, whatever. Glad he is now. Did you see the refrigerator leg still second base? Yes, I did. Nice lead. He extended, saw the dirt ball, took off. Randy, Jake Brown is like that. So is Gidry. Big Papa got wheels. Hey, Bill, good morning. Nice seeing the Tigers score right after Kent scores. Morning, Matt. Brown's on fire. Good to see Gidry on the bump. Hey, Jesse, good morning. You got it, of course. Ryan Bolote. Morning, Matt. Sure nice having Brown on the lineup every day. Hey, Tom, good morning. Brad, good morning. Happy Mardi Gras. Dale, yes, he is, man. Early, but great to see him healthy and throwing well, being effective and great. Hey, Seth, I will say this, that off the record, I've been told that they are not going to sell another jersey patch. So they could. I mean, you could NASCAR it up. Like there's nothing preventing you, any school, from doing that. You want to put patches everywhere, you can do it. But I've been told that there is no intention of doing that at LSU, that it's Woodside Energy is going to be the singular jersey patch. Hey, Mike, good morning. Darren, good morning. Lane at Endymion, Kim at Toth. Great to see you enjoying the culture for sure. There you go, Thomas. Yes, sir. Hard to believe we got to 115 and then I screwed it up, man. Hey, Bubba, good morning. Merrick, so terms of the deal are not disclosed. Have a pretty good idea. But again, my eyes haven't seen the contract. And I think LSU doesn't want that known for some obvious reasons, right? Negotiating reasons and, what other rivals may do. So I can understand wanting to keep the terms of that deal private. I have a pretty good idea. But the parameters, I will say that it is a multi-year deal and it's an 8-figure deal. I mean, just think about that investment that Woodside Energy has just made. I mean, an 8-figure deal, that's pretty impressive, man. Morero. More than Matt, happy Mardi Gras. For us, it's just Tuesday. We did have a good time at Orpheus. Thank you, Robin. It's a great time, great people. Weather was nice. Got a little cold last night, but parade was great. And the other thing too that I loved about it. So Parish, it was a family deal. So like everyone brought their kids, and so next year hopefully Eric and Drew will come with. But it's great to see that for Parish, like we want everyone's families to be included. And so there were babies and there were small kids and there were grown kids and it was great. It was great. Great family day. Hey, Frank, good morning. NBA and hockey already have sponsor logos. NFL will be next. NFL already has them on the practice uniforms. And Major League Baseball has them on the batting helmets and on the sleeves. I mean, yeah. NBA has them. Yes. And it's not ended the world. Hey, Brian, good morning. Ronnie, good morning. Happy Mardi Gras. Thank you. Same to you, man. Jason, good morning. Let's see. Ryan, what pitch did Milwaukee's number 2 pitcher that kept LSU to 5 runs if Aaron Beatty not starting played a role? I don't think. I'm trying to remember the game. So that was Saturday. I was watching that game on my phone while I was at the Iris parade. So I did not have the sound up. So I did not get a great perspective on what the Milwaukee pitcher was doing so well to keep LSU off balance. What was the other part of that? Oh, Aaron Beatty. Maybe. I think Aaron Beatty's impact would more be felt, or his absence would more be felt defensively and his ability to help control the pitching staff than it would be offensively at this point. But I'm really excited to see what he does offensively this year. Hey, Brad, good morning. Do you think he'd be the Sunday guy? Probably not. I wouldn't rule it out. But again, he seems better right now in short stints. And boy, he's really, really good out of the bullpen in 2 outings so far. So if you need someone to go get you a 6-out save, he looks pretty good right now, right? Jason, saw you in E-Rock at Endymion. Amazing time. Awesome. Hope you came and said hello. If not, I wish you would have come and said hello. So I got to meet a lot of people, and it's always flattering people to stop you and say hello, and they love the show and take a picture and all that stuff. So I always tell people all the time, man, you ever see me out, come say hello. Had someone message me on my text line. So yesterday on the way into New Orleans, we stopped and ate at River Shack before we went, to Avenue Pub. And I got a message from someone who said, "Hey, were you at River Shack? My kids saw you there and they wanted to come say hello." I was like, "Tell them to come say hello." I always think that's not a bother. I always think that's humbling and flattering, because the day will come when people don't care that you're eating at River Shack and their kids don't want to come say hello. So as long as people do care, that's fantastic. I know it's early. Jay seems to have signed the best hitting group in years. Great size on this team too, man. That's such an impressive thing. Mason Braun is a stud. Yeah, homered yesterday. Hey, Manny. Drew's good, man. Thank you. He's back at school tomorrow. So Erica's off the whole week, but Drew's back at school tomorrow. So tomorrow we will be back at our normal time, like 6:15 start. Michael. Hey, Ronnie. What are you getting painted? The whole inside of the house is getting painted. So we bought this house in October of 16. So October will be 10 years we've been in this house. And so we're painting the whole thing. It's all that sort of, the whole house is this sort of yellow. I think they call it blonde. And so we're just brightening it up white. And so big undertaking, but they did a beautiful job. They knocked out most of the main room yesterday. So it was awesome. Let's just move on from that one, Brett. Hey, Tyga. Poppy, jerseys changed when Nike, Adidas, Under Armour logos appeared. Company-sponsored schools hired recruiters. Times change. Let's see. You think Lane knew about Woodside during his negotiations with LSU? Yes. The Woodside Energy deal, I mean, for what it's worth, we did report the Woodside Energy deal during the fall. Because if you remember, the patch was already on the Mike the Tiger, the costume mascot's jersey, and on the practice jerseys. And again, if you go listen to the interview that I did with Sarah, she explains that. They'd agreed to a deal, but the NCAA hadn't approved the jersey patches yet. And so instead of pivoting or pulling, she's like, well, what can we do in the meantime? And so that you saw signage in the stadiums. There's a Woodside Energy, by the way, logo. If you'll notice it now on the outfield wall at Alex Box Stadium. They did the jersey patches or for the practice jerseys and things like that. So, hey, Abner, good morning. Todd, prefer Cajun Bambino. Creole has more of New Orleans connotation. And yes, I do. Raging Cajuns. Those things tend to happen organically. See how it goes. Yes, I am on air today. Yes, so I am on AFR today. Hey, Carolyn, good morning. Roger, Saturday pitcher was not. Why did you put periods after everything? Yeah, they pitched off. They saved their ace for Saturday. I don't know why you put periods after everything. Morning from Claremont, Florida. LSU's Setting the stage the right way for others to follow. Told my boys I think Jake Brown will be on the watch list for Golden Spikes. Turns out Jake Brown's good at baseball. Who could have seen that? Hey, David, good morning. York's a lot faster and light-footed than you would think. All right, y'all, let's get out of here. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. Glad y'all are here. So, again, I have the Locked on LSU episode is live where I talked about the Woodside Energy deal. A lot of my clips from my interview with Sarah Barstow, which I think you'll really enjoy. So please go check that out. And AFR3. Oh, wait, a couple more that just came in. So Stanfield has been out with a hand injury. That's why he's not started the last two. You think people are upset about the jersey patch? Wait until they had naming rights at Tiger Stadium. So I don't know, Merrick, that's anywhere remotely close. I have had that conversation with folks at LSU. I'm not saying, I would never say never, but that doesn't appear to be close. Now, obviously, Our Lady of the Lake has stepped up and agreed to be the naming rights partner of the new basketball arena, when that ever gets pushed through. But you have a lot of people who are opposed to progress, who are trying to stop that from happening, which doesn't make a lick of sense to me. Not the naming rights, just the new arena. So hopefully that gets done. Mark, is that your forever home? I don't know, Mark. I have no intention of leaving. I mean, a couple of years ago, we talked about staying in this neighborhood, but moving to a bigger house in the neighborhood. But we're like, why? We love our house. We love where we are. So if we moved, I think, so this house that we live in was built in 1997. So it would just be like, if we got to a point where you make the decision, do you keep investing money into this home for upkeep or do you buy something new? That would kind of be the convo. But we've already replaced the AC. We're painting the whole house now. We redid the pool. We built the outdoor kitchen. So we've done a lot here already. So to make it fit kind of what we like and love. So anyway. And Megan, good morning. Last one. Okay, y'all, let me get out of here. I got to go. Y'all have an awesome day. We'll see y'all for AFR3.